Okay, something went wrong with that knot over there. Well, this should do. And this is an awesome spot, mate. This right here is like extremely covered on all ends by these laurel bushes. And this is like a pretty dense area. And it's got a great view. So, and this tree is dead. And that tree is dead. So I'm gonna have to take and break them and get them out of the way. And then we'll get the hammock set up. I'm gonna have to take and saw this one down. It's not dead, but it's in the way, and because these trees are above it, it's going to die out anyways because it's not getting enough sun, so it's not going to hurt to remove that bad boy. Well, that was easy enough. Gonna have plenty of firewood. I don't think that's gonna break off, and if it does, it's definitely not gonna come out of the ground. But if it was to kind of fall, that it wouldn't be the end of me. There we go, baby. All the firewood. I just can't have it too close to the tarp, so I'm probably gonna build the fire kind of behind this area where the camera is. Have to make a fire pit. Alrighty, so I am getting out pretty late today because, well, I was busy. But we finally got cold weather rolling in. It is currently 39 degrees. At least that's what it was when I left to hike out here. So that's what I'm going to assume it is right now. But yeah, we're going to be hammock camping. I left as soon as I possibly could. We only got like probably about, well, maybe just 2.5, 3 hours of sunlight. So I want to hurry and get the hammock set up. Then we'll build a fire and cook food because I eat like an early lunch, and that was at like, I don't know, I want to say 10:30 or 11, and now it's about 3 o'clock. So I got a very simple dish planned for tonight, but it'll be good nonetheless, especially once it starts to get really cold. I'm just gonna lay this jacket over this dead limb because I don't want to put it on yet, because like hiking in, I just got on a t-shirt and a hoodie, and this is like one of those synthetic type hoodies. It's got like a cotton blend on the liner, but it's not going to be an issue. I pretty much avoided getting sweaty. I've got a thing for my ears and everything too, but just hiking in and getting all warmed up, my ears are fine right now. I got the intermediate bag from the military sleep system. I got the K-bar right there. This right here, this reusable emergency space blanket, is going to be our floor and mat area underneath the hammock. This is going to be had with our exquisite dinner later. It is a hard root beer. I hope that's not too close or too far away, but that's going to be very good. Those are extremely tasty. I just found them and tried them, and because I mean, I've always loved the taste of root beer, and pleasantly surprised. Got the old zebra pot with the food inside. We'll get to that later. And if we just decide to chill out, like this little outing is literally just for relaxation. Only hiked about a mile out. But if it does get really cold later, got these big old mitons. These are the trigger mittens with the wool liners. Brought an extra light to hang in the hammock. Here we have the hammock. When that right there is just a little bit of condensation, because the one thing I did do this time that I don't even think I've done before is I brought out a crap ton of water because I didn't want to have to deal with collecting water from the creek, because I was going to be a lot further away from it than usual, and I just wanted to pack that out because I've also got my stainless steel water bottle and cup in there, but that was just some condensation off of that. Okay, there's our tarp. Still got the tie outs where we can stake it down. Got the stakes. I wish it was you know, some actual stake, but the metal stakes. Then we got our tree straps, and I got my wool sweater in here that I'll probably end up putting on later tonight. Then again, it's only going to get down to 25 degrees tonight, and that is decently cold. But with that intermediate bag, I've slept in the let me see. The coldest I've ever slept was with the whole system, and it was 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and had another wind chill was close to negative. And with just a flannel shirt, all 3 bags, like I had to open up the side of it and let it vent a little bit, because, you know. And then I've also slept with just a black bag in a tent down to, I think, 21, and I just had a t-shirt on for that, so not worried about getting chilly tonight. And then we'll get to the other stuff later. My sleeping pad is in this one with a blow-up pillow, but it's exciting because this is the first camp of 2022, bringing the year in right, you know what I'm saying? So let's get this bad boy taken out. I want to try to keep it off the ground as much as possible, because the ground is a little wet, because we did get snow, and I wasn't able to camp out in the snow because I had a family event that I had to attend. But it's all good because we're getting out here. The cold's going to stay, and it shall snow again at some point. It'll take me a second probably to figure out the height and everything I want to go with, but I'm glad that these straps have loops because it makes the adjustment process a lot easier. See, this is going to be really close, and I fingers crossed that this is going to work, because there should be enough space. And once I make sure there's enough space, I'll cut that tree down, because if I don't, then well, we won't cut it down. Oh yeah, we should have enough distance. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, we gotta get rid of some of these dead branches. Actually, that one's not dead. That's an American beech tree, but these are always so hard to break. Let's just put that on this side. This right here is about where we'll be with this one. Put a quick release knot on that so it'll be easy to take down later. Because I am going to have to go back a little bit, I think, because that's way too close to that tree. God dang. Nature's coming back at me. Okay, there we go, baby. That is beautiful. That should work. 2 quick release knots. That I don't know if I didn't use that knot last time because I was worried the straps was like where they're so wide, they're going to slip a bit more than I'd want them to, but that should work. The zipper is on this side, so we'll deal with that later, but let's go ahead and get the tarp over it. Okay, so since there's not going to be any precipitation tonight and just wind, I made sure that that right there is nice and tight on both ends. Got a quick release there, and I forget what you call that knot, but it's one where you can slide it up and tighten it or loosen as much as you need to. And I want this to be out more of a canopy, because I want to see if I can avoid cutting that tree down, but if not, you know, it's like, it's whatever. We'll play her by ear. Yeah, ain't no getting around it. We're going to cut that tree down. Let me go get my handsaw out of my bag. Alright, let's see if we can get her to snap off that direction. Well, that works for me. I was hoping I wouldn't have to use any stakes, but it looks like there's nothing over here I could tie it to, and I really want to have this kind of splayed out so I can see side to side. You're out to, I guess, right about here. Let's get this nice and situated. Actually, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie another one of those knots that will allow me to tighten it as much as I want. That loop there. Get that down in the ground. Then I can slide it up and figure out which one's which. And get that nice and tight. Okay, so I'm about, I don't know, I'd say 20 yards away, and that right there blends in very, very nicely with these laurel bushes. Here's the other side for reference. So now let's take and back it up. Right there you can see we still got some snow. I'm thinking this area right here is going to be where I build my fire and cook it to my food. Because like I said, I don't want it to be too close to the hammock. I'm not going to be building a big fire because I will sit by it for a little bit tonight, but I really just want to get in the hammock and rest because it's been a long day and you know, chill out. I brought my wireless Bluetooth earbuds, so I might watch something or listen to an audiobook. That's always nice and peaceful, and with that mesh in that tent, just look out and, you know, enjoy being out here. So let's take, and I'll quit being the narrator behind the camera, and we'll get a fire situated. So I'm not going to be nearly as bushcrafty today. We're going to speed up the fire process. I brought down, I had this in my pocket. This is some type of like pre-made tinder. It's like wood pieces that's been soaked in like some type of, I'm sure it's been dipped in some type of wax, but it's pretty tightly wound. So I just kind of spread that out. We'll be able to skip all the really tiny wood gathering. I also got that bag. I'll put this on there. And then we'll try to get this tiny stuff. A good old lighter. Just like that. We got that part up and going. Smoky and it's beautiful. It's blowing right towards the hammock. Because of where I'm at in the mountains, the wind direction is extremely non-consistent. So I thought about it before I put it there and considered putting this here, but at the time the wind was blowing that way, and now it's kind of going that way again. That's going to be a nice tinder source if I come, when I come back to this spot some point at a later date. Where it's slightly wet, that stuff is just peeling off beautifully. I got to get something to weigh this down, but while the fire is getting situated and burning itself down, let's go ahead and get our sleeping bag and stuff in the hammock so it can be lofting up. Mosquito netting, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Like a cocoon. It's a bit higher off the ground than I thought it was, but it'll be okay. Now, sleeping pad. Alright, I'm kind of counting on this thing expanding on the inside on its own. I mean, not self-inflate, but make it to where I don't have to get everything lined up. I'm not even breaking a sweat blowing that up. Not even getting paid for it. Cool. Okay, that was a lot more of a struggle than I remember, but I really like how it kind of starts to give the hammock some shape. And then this is a inflatable pillow. I don't really use this much, but I'm gonna try it tonight. Keep that with a little bit of play in it. Just stick it up here at the head. The only thing left to do now is test her out. So let me take that out. Set her down right there. The holster's going to be a little cumbersome too, but I ain't taking it off until night time. So now, let's unzip this a wee bit. By the time I test this out, the fire should be right where we want her for the gourmet meal. So I've been trying to avoid stepping on the carpet as much as possible right here, because it is nice to be able to have somewhere to stick your feet. Okay, something went wrong with that knot over there. Okay, attempt number 2. Let's hope, I know for a fact that knot down there ain't coming out again. I think what happened is where that strap's so smooth, that knot I used just kind of wouldn't cut it. Alrighty. Having some trust issues. Sweet. I think we're good to go now. See if we can get this sleeping bag thing situated. Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Let's zip her up. Get that cocoon feel. That goes there. Oh yes, sir. Sleeping like a king tonight, let me tell you. Phenomenal. Yeah, I can already tell you, I don't think I'm going to need to wear that wool sweater. I might even end up taking this hoodie off tonight. Once I get the sleeping bag warmed up. A gourmet meal time, and you might be wondering, what do we have on the menu for today? Well, let me tell you, I don't want nobody to be jealous. So we got some Maruchan ramen noodles, chicken flavored. Look at that, ain't that nice? So I'm going to get them broke up in the old pot here, and then we'll add water. Cool. That tasted good. Get these added in here, get the water going, get them boiling and cooking, and I'll be a happy camper. Just gotta remember not to lose these. Burn that. Okay. I'm going to put these in my pocket to make sure I don't lose them, because even though I know it's got enough sodium to kill a horse, I always use both packets. Alrighty. Oh, it's hot. I like to break these up because if you've ever made ramen noodles and didn't break them up, then you'll know that you'll end up with one hanging out your nose and one going down in your stomach trying to tickle your hind end. There we go. Got the breath coming out now. It's starting to cool down pretty quick. Oh, it's good mountain water right there. Actually, I know I brought it with me, but our water comes from a spring, so it's still technically, well, I mean, it's not even technically, it is from a creek, so. Let's add a few more pieces here, and then we can just set this bad boy up. I got this like kind of wet, punky piece right there as a backdrop because we are on a slope. I don't know, it's really weird whenever it comes to video how that like it doesn't recognize like the grade of like the land you're on sometimes. So for your reference, it's not steep, it's just kind of a gentle slope, but without something there, then you couldn't really have anything on the back of it. Okay, so I want to put that somewhere where I don't really have to worry about it falling over, and we'll keep that there so that it kind of keeps that from getting too hot. Alrighty, so while the ramen is stewing away, let's go ahead and crack open our Big Brother's hard root beer. I think, there we go, look at that. So we got a nice little crisp opening. Had to take and throw on the leather jacket because it is starting to get pretty cool. And guess what, fellas? This time I actually remembered to bring some high-end utensils to go with our high-end dinner. Oh man, that's like candy. But I do want to save most of it to eat with the noodles. Somehow with the lid on there, a pine needle managed to get in there. Alright, it is looking like our noodles are about done. I do believe that feels about right, baby. So let's take and get this off and start enjoying. Pine that I'm going to use as a seat. Yes, sir. Now, time for the seasoning on, what makes her edible. All the sodium, baby, all the sodium. Oh, yes, sir. Just take a gander at all that gourmet goodness in there. It's not melt my fork, though. That would not be good. It's the only one I got. So I'll use that right there as my seat. And now, there's nothing left to do but enjoy my noodles. Enjoy my root beer. And then I'm just going to take and chill out because the sun is about to set over there. So I'm reckoning the next time I see you fellas is going to be whenever I take and climb into that bad boy and get all snuggled in for the night. But I do need to I'm going to get some more wood. That way I can have a fire into the later part of the day. But this is not. I'm glad I was able to get out because I mean, the cold weather really gets my engine going, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, chicken flavored ramen with a nice smoky edge to it. Can't beat it. It's high-end living. Okay guys, so I'm sorry, but earlier right after I got done eating, I chilled by the fire for like 35-45 minutes, let it die down. Then I was like, okay, I'm gonna crawl into the hammock and just chill out. I watched a couple YouTube videos because I do have cell service where I'm staying tonight, and I enjoyed that. Then I put on some music and I was just chilling out and I fell asleep. It's currently 9:37, and I just looked up the weather. The weather says that currently in my area, based on my zip code, it's 27 degrees and the low for the night is 25. And right now I am extremely comfortable. I've got about it probably ain't going to show up. I don't know how close or tight that is, but I've got part of everything unzipped right here up down to about my middle, well actually right below my hip bone, let's put it that way. But this thing right here I'm extremely cozy. Just got on the hoodie. I've got my shamag wrapped around my face like this because once I get the hood up, it's really nice just to put this up right here. Keeps your face warm and you don't have to worry about getting your breath in your
sleeping bag, so you ain't got to worry about condensation and all that freezing and lowering the value. But yeah, this intermediate bag is extremely, insanely nice. It's warm. You know, the sleeping pad that I got, it feels like it's lost a little bit of air, but I'm pretty sure that's just because of the cold air. I've not ever found any leaks or had an issue with that with this sleeping pad, even though this is a relatively cheap sleeping pad. I can't remember. I think I just paid like 25 bucks for it. But it's definitely doing the job, very comfortable, and this thing's really cozy. So I'm just going to take, I got to plug my phone into my portable power bank. It's in my pocket, let it charge back up because it's on like, it's in the teens percentage. And I'm probably just going to listen to some music and chill out. So thanks for watching. I'm going to check, I'll check in with y'all in the morning and let you know how things go. But right now I'm just really enjoying this palace of a, okay, that did not work at all. I thought if I put it close enough you could see outside, but you can't. But it's a really still night. The weather said that the wind, the highest the wind's going to get is 2 to 5 miles per hour, so wind ain't going to be a problem. And aside from that, we're just going to sit here and chill out, hang easy. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. So, good morning, guys. It is currently just a little bit after 8 a.m. as in, I think it's like 8:09 or something when I looked. But that was an extremely great night's sleep. This sleeping bag with this hoodie, there was multiple times. I still had this thing, you know, like kind of half zipped, but I mean with the hammock, it, you know, it closes back in on itself, so it's still basically zipped. But you know, like I'd take and pull it down, you know, like over my chest area, and even though I got down to 25, not a problem. I just looked up the weather once again right after I woke up, and it said it was right at 29 to 30 degrees like at the moment. So you know, not a problem for this bag, but this whole hammock setup is amazing. Like, if you've never tried hammock camping, do yourself a favor and try it out ASAP, because even in the wintertime conditions, it's amazing. And luckily, you know, the the other strap that I have where I done that quick release knot didn't come undone, so that's another, you know, bonus. But yeah, I'm gonna just take and chill out for about another 30 minutes and, you know, get out of here and pack everything up. But I do want to put my hand that I'm using to hold this right here back in the sleeping bag because it's already starting to get cold. But I'm not going to take and show the whole cleanup process and like packing everything up, just because I don't really see the point in that. But for future videos, if you want to see me pack everything up, then just let me know in the comments. But as of right now, I'm just going to, you know, I'm just going to do it the way that I'm going to do it. But, you know, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share your friends. Check the links in the description of my other channels. And until the next one, adios.